Page 28, Organic Analysis. So identification of the functional groups by test tube reactions. In other words, what do you add and what do you see to identify if something has a carbon-to-carbon double bond, if it's an alkene. What do you add, what do you see? A haloalkane, so it can be chloroalkane, something with a Cl group on there, like chloroethane. Bromoalkane, so what do you add and what do you see for a Br group, e.g. bromoethane. And then finally, what do you see for an iodoalkane, something with an I group on there, like iodoethane. And for an additional mark, you will find that each of those give coloured precipitates when you add the reagent that I'm looking for. One of them will be a white precipitate, one of them will be a cream precipitate, and one of them will be a yellow precipitate. I'd like also to know the name of those precipitates, and there's another test that I want you to research. So if you're not sure of the colours, what else can you add to confirm that it is a chloroalkane, a bromoalkane, or an iodoalkane? So if you're not sure of the colour, whether it's white, cream, or yellow, there's another reagent you can add to check. So that's worth additional marks. So what you add and what you see with each of those three, it's the same chemical, and you get three different coloured precipitates. What's the name of those precipitates that you would see? What are the colours in each case? And what further reagent or reagents can you add to identify truly whether it's white, cream, or yellow, and whether it's a chloroalkane, a bromoalkane, and an iodoalkane? A little bit of research there. How do you tell the difference between a primary and a secondary alcohol? Well, the answer is you can't. But there is a test to for add a reagent, what you add and what you see, to work out whether it's a primary alcohol or a secondary alcohol. You get the same result and you can't distinguish between the two. However, with this reagent that I'm thinking of, with a tertiary alcohol, you get something different. So you can tell whether something is either a primary or a secondary alcohol, but you can't tell which between the two. But you can tell whether it's a tertiary alcohol. What you add and what you see. Remember, a primary alcohol, the C with the OH has got one carbon bonded to it. The secondary alcohol has got two carbons bonded to the C with the OH, and the tertiary alcohol has got three carbons bonded to the C with the OH. You can put at the same time, for additional mark, when you add this reagent, what does a primary alcohol turn into and what does a secondary alcohol turn into? You could, I suppose, if you could distill off what you make for the primary alcohol at an early stage, you could test for the product that's made there, and I suppose you could check between a primary and secondary alcohol. A carboxylic acid, what you add and what you see, and then finally I've put in an aldehyde. You'll have to add that in as well, it's not on your list. There are two different tests for those. What are the two different tests, what do you add and what do you see?